Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. Footy Talk Lee Gunners in the house. What you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's Friday. We got loads of ish to do, bruv. We're busy bee, man. Busy bee. And it's freezing cold. It's snowing in Wolverhampton. I'm not liking this weather, boy. I can't lie. I need that sun on my skin again.
Nah, I hear you, bro. Yeah, the weather's a bit mad. It's cold here, but it's not snowing, fam. So,
bruv, I'm too skinny for this weather, man. Seriously, as soon as it drops under 20 degrees, I'm cold.
Nah, I hear you, bro. Know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. Man said afternoon rats, bro. Big up the rat army in the building. You get me?
Oh dear, bro. The rat army are active. I can't lie. They are proper active. They go everywhere, bro. You know what these rats are like, bro? They pop up out of nowhere.
It's true. Bright and early, my man seeing. I haven't seen these. He's saying Saliba comments on Arteta, bro. Like, what happened?
Let me get it up.
Let's get it up. If you've got the quotes, guys, throw them in the chat so we can.
Right, man said, in an interview, because he played for Nice the other night, innit? They lost 2-0, but he went straight in the starting line. He actually personally had a good game, but the team as an overall lost 2-0. But he said he was asked about Mikel Arteta today, I think it was. Okay. He said the coach immediately told me I was not ready. I would have at least liked to have had the chance to rediscover my rhythm, but this is football. It's like that. Basically just saying, yo, he just told me from the get-go, yeah, you ain't ready. Mad. And then he was asked, there was another quote that's just been released saying he was asked whether he's going to stay beyond the 6-month loan. He said, well, listen, it's a 6-month deal. We'll see what happens at the end of it.
Wow.
Mad.
That's crazy.
Bruv, I don't get the whole thing that's happened with this guy. Like, we signed him for big money as well. We've signed him. I watched your stream the other day when you were talking about Ighalo, and you said you've signed him on first team money to go in the under 21s. Pretty much what we've done with Saliba. It's mad. I don't get it, bruv. And the thing is, when we're looking at players like Rob Holding and offering new contracts, we offered Mustafi a new deal which he rejected. We've got David Luiz, we've got Callum Chambers. I mean, is Saliba any worse than these players?
You can't get it. You can't be, even without seeing him.
And the madness is, like, I've only seen him for 45 minutes against MK Dons in pre-season. Bruv, he looked sick. He looked quick. He looked physical. He was cool and calm on the ball. I mean, I know it's only MK Dons, but surely this kid's good enough to play Europa League games.
I
don't get it, bruv. I don't get it. And it's and if you add this in with the Pepe one, that's
for real. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's £100 million there, bruv, that we've wasted. And Pepe put out AFTV's post of Saliba the other day on his story.
What post?
So AFTV put out Saliba's stat game, like pass accuracy, long balls, is dribbling, like successful conversions on all of them things. Pepe put it out. He put their actual Insta post on his story and because the manager said that he's not going to be ready until 2021 season, innit? Like next season, So Pepe puts it on his story, put 2021, tagged Saliba and put a load of laughing emojis. And it was the post with all of his stats from the Nice game against Brest. I was like, bro, even Pepe's having shots, bruv. Guendouzi's had shots. Fofana said you're free now. He put that on his Insta story when Saliba made the move the other day. They're all taking shots, bruv.
That's what I mean. So clearly, like, man's lost the dressing room somewhere. Like, something weird has happened.
Even Joe Willock put something. I can't remember what Joe Willock put, but he put something on his Insta story. I can't remember what it was, but even he said something. And it's like, you know how footballers move, bruv. Like, you run a football team. You're all in group chats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same with these pros, bruv. They're all going to be in group chats, whether they play for the same club or not. They're going to have an affiliation with each other. Fofana is obviously mates with Saliba. Pepe was obviously taken to Saliba. They both played in France. They're both French speakers. Guendouzi's another one. They're all going to be in group chats. And, now the Ozil situation looks like it's coming towards an end as well. There's apparently there's a lot of first team players that are happy that he's leaving. So I think there's been a bit of a divide in that camp for a long time. Adding the fact that we sold our longest serving player to Aston Villa, the goalkeeper, I think that went down like a lead balloon. And I think that maybe that's probably why we've not looked great this season. Maybe there is a few little divisions within that camp, innit? Do you know what I mean?
No, I think it's definite. I think we said from early that I think that the management of Arteta seems to be his biggest downfall. When you look at the performances, it seems like there's loads of different divisions in the camp, and you're seeing it with players rallying behind other players. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not looking good. You know what I'm saying? Because as a manager, you have to keep the dressing room under control, and it seems like it's not under control.
No, bruv, look, at the end of the day, we've got a German clique with Ozil, Socrates, Mustafi, Kolasinac. Obviously, Kolasinac's gone now on loan. Then you've got a little French clique, you know, with the players we just mentioned, and then you've got a little Spanish one there as well, Brazilian clique. You know, there's a few little cliques there, and like at the end of the day, not every football club's going to have a happy camp. I get that, and not every player is going to be happy, especially if you're not being picked. But when you've got a player like Emi Martinez, who was the longest serving player, has come from being at the club so long, never getting a chance to be in the cup winning goalkeeper, to being banged straight out the football club, that's probably gone down real bad, you know. And the fact that he said that he wanted to be number one and we couldn't guarantee him that, well, that's probably going to upset a few people. Then you've got then you've obviously got the Ozil situation, whether I like him or not. A lot of players in that club are friendly with him. They're obviously going to be mates with him. You know, like I said, the German clique 100%. They all go out for dinner together and stuff. So, you know, the fact that he's been treated the way he's been treated and the manager's pretending it's for footballing reasons, that's probably gone down bad. You know, then the fact that we've signed Pepe and he don't play. You know, Saliba coming out with what he said. Obviously, he wants to play. You know, all these little things. I understand the manager's got to do his job and he's got to do what he thinks is best for the club, for the team. But there's no one that can sit there and tell me Saliba's any worse than what we've got a centre-back. I'm not hearing that, bruv.
You can't be, but this is for football fans. You got to understand the politics that's involved in football. A lot of the time, what goes on off the pitch, and the players you see picked and all these other things, it's political. Like, it's not a meritocracy in football, bro. Like, the best players don't always get picked, bro. You see that at every club. Do you know what I mean? And the Saliba thing's weird. You know what I mean? Because it's not like Arsenal have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to players, bro.
Especially in that position. You know, we've had Rob Holding dropping zeros and ones out of 10 all season. And then he puts in a couple of good shifts. And all of a sudden, we're offering new deals to protect his value. Bro, this guy's 10 million quid, whether he's got a year or 10 years, you know. And the thing is, like, he's still got 2.5 years left on his contract. He's one of the ones that should be nowhere near a new contract, especially when he's got that length of time on it. So, bruv, it's mad. It's mad. And all these little things have added up. And that's why we're 11th. You know, if we had gone with Saliba at centre-back this season, I'm pretty confident we'd be higher than 11th, because just by seeing the guy play in that game for 45 minutes, I can see what he's about. I don't think he's as good as Gabriel. Gabriel's a Rolls Royce, man. He is absolutely brilliant, that kid. But he's got something about him, and this kid's quick as well. And if you've got two, you know this, because your centre-backs ain't rapid apart from Eric Bailly, bruv. If you have a couple of quick centre-backs, that saves you more often than not if you are out of position.
Absolutely.
You know, if you've got two of them together, the chances are you're going to be a bit more solid, because if one gets out of position, the other one's recovering for you. So, I'm kind of happy for Saliba that he's finally got out of the situation. He's actually playing football now. But at the same time, bro, I just don't think Arteta likes him. That's what it comes down to. Sometimes it just comes down to the manager don't fancy him, innit? Like, I'm seeing the same thing at my club. Our manager loves Victor Lindelof. I don't know why, innit? I think it's the Scandinavian thing. Like, he can't lace Eric by his boots, but Lindelof seems to be one of the first names on this team sheet, and I can't quite get my head around it. Do you know what I mean? But from what I've gathered about my football club, it's very much about who the manager likes, innit? It's just a vibes thing completely. From the players that they're signing, the managers come out basically saying today that he's going to play Ighalo against Watford because Ighalo used to play against Watford. It's all this sentiment bullshit, bro. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, bro, I'm sick of it, bro. Like, literally, play your best players. Like, how hard is that? And if you're going to rest people, don't play, man, because of sentiment, bro. Like, his quotes was, Ighalo,
He said it's special for him against Watford. He'll be involved. He's in the squad. He's been training really well. He was top scorer in the round robin we just finished. Round robin in training. Why do we care, bruv?
Do you know what's mad, yeah? Our manager's the same. He picks players based on training. Bruv, some of the best players in the world have never turned up for training.
Bruv,
what's training got to do with anything?
Most of them, bro. I heard, yeah, from the United players, yeah, that Carlos Tevez, yeah, he runs his socks off on the pitch on Saturday and in training, bruv. He don't even tie his shoelaces. He doesn't give a shit. That, bruv, that honestly, he don't run in training, bruv, because he saves everything for match day and he leaves it all on the pitch.
Same as Wrighty. Ian Wright, bruv, yeah? Man used to turn up late for training every day. Guarantee come match day, man's bagging. You know it's mad. Bruv, I don't get it. And you're spot on with the sentiment one, yeah? If you look at Chelsea, they're keeping a manager in a job because he's their all-time top goal scorer, bruv.
Yeah.
You know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's still in a job because he scored a goal in '99 in a Champions League final. Literally, our manager's still in a job because he was the cup-winning captain in 2014. And he won the FA Cup in the summer. It's embarrassing, man. These are three big football clubs we're talking here. Yeah, three big football clubs that are keeping people in charge of running that team based on sentiment. And what happens is you have a majority, when it is still a majority at all of our clubs, that want them managers in their job because of that sentiment. Because what the club do is they deliberately play on the ones that will go down that route. Listen, 90% of society is sheep, bruv. That's no different in football.
Yeah, it's even higher than that. It's more than that.
Exactly. And the thing is, you know, there's no good reason to keep Ollie in a job. There's no good reason to keep this guy in a job. Chelsea sacked a manager, Di Matteo, after 52 games, yeah? After his first 26, he won the Champions League and the FA Cup. 26 games later, they potted him, bruv, because he weren't the man. Yeah? Nowadays, it's like, oh, yeah, well, he's won the FA Cup, so we'll keep him. Well, no, he ain't good enough.
But that's what it should be, mate. You know what I mean? And the thing is, the owners and people that don't care about football, yeah. And here's to put into perspective about caring about football. The owners don't care about football, so they can hide behind people like Ollie, Darren Fletcher, Michael Carrick, yeah, when they're fucking over the fans, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the perfect foil for these guys to do their bullshit behind the scenes and no one cares, bro. Then you look at Manchester City, yeah. They're saying, yeah, that the Manchester City owner, yeah, like bought like the oldest FA Cup that was out there. Like, he spent money on it, bro.
Yes, £750,000 he paid for that.
Yeah, to own it. And that's somebody that actually cares about football, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why he owns the club. And that's why Man City are successful as they are. And that's why they'll continue to be successful, because they have owners that actually care about football and care about winning. And that's just what it is, bro. He's spending money on something that he didn't need to.
Bro, he spent money on it to put it in a museum. It's
Yeah.
not like he's keeping it on his mantelpiece. Man bought it at auction because it's a massive part of this country's football heritage, bruv. Yeah. So he's like, yo, I'm having that because I've got the money to buy it. I ain't letting that go out of the UK. I'm getting that and we're keeping that in a museum. And they're putting it in the National Museum, bruv. So fair play to him. Listen, people can say a lot about Man City and about their owners and this and that and some of the moves that they've done. Bruv, you got to tip your hat and say fair play, man, because we didn't see our owners going out buying that. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, at my club, it's just a little old boys club at the moment. Yeah, I mean, and there's reports coming out saying that Steve Bruce wants to take Jesse Lingard, Brandon Williams, and Phil Jones on loan as well, bro. Little old boys club again. Do you know what I mean? Let me call up my mates at United and hopefully they'll do me some favors and give me some players, bro. Like, that's how the club's run now.
Yeah, mate, I'm not being funny. If you're a Newcastle fan and you get linked to them three players, even Newcastle, bro, I guarantee they do not want Jesse Lingard anywhere near their football club, mate.
Bro, to be fair, like, he'd improve them. That's the joke. You know what I mean? And
do you know what it is with him? He just riles people up, doesn't he? Yeah, because like with Arsenal, like the moonwalk one and playground or dance floor and all that, he just rattles people, doesn't he? Yeah. But I think, like, obviously he's not a very good footballer. But yeah, Newcastle's midfield ain't great. But if I was a Newcastle fan and I got linked to Jesse Lingard, bruv, I'd be sitting there going, get rid of Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
I'd want better than that. Yeah, and that's no disrespect to anyone. Like, I just don't think he's a very good footballer. Yeah, he might improve their midfield, but would he really? Is he better than Shelvey? That's debatable, bruv. I don't think he is.
Nah, facts. I hear that, but that's what I mean. That's how my club's moving at the moment, innit? And I think it's just Sentiment FC, and you know what it is? They're playing on the romance, innit? And that's what they always do. That's why I don't follow them on social media, because you know what it is, yeah. Like yesterday, yeah, bro, man get knocked out of the cup, yeah. Then they announce a new signing the day after.
Yeah,
With the Diallo thing.
yeah,
Like, we knew that Diallo was coming months ago. Months ago, bro. Like the 1st of January, that deal was done, but they announced it the day after we lost to lighten the mood. That's what these men are. They just manipulate the fans.
Yep.
That's
But
all they do.
Didn't you lot hire a couple of marketing guys, like social media guys or something? You hired a couple of top marketing PR guys.
No, they hired a PR guy for Ed Woodward, I think, and also he used to work for the Sun, and then also I saw they were putting out adverts for people to run the social media, 100 grand a year. And
Boy, 100 grand a year, bruv. That's mad. That's mad. But you know what? Yeah, like that's how football is, bruv. It's embarrassing. Like we've got it with the guy who runs our socials. He's a Southampton fan, bruv. Like, what, you telling me there's not an Arsenal fan in the world that could do that job any better?
Because you're not allowed to tell the truth.
No, and this is the thing. When we get piped by Aston Villa 3-0, the next day, my man's dropping out on Arsenal socials, get your Christmas edition merchandise and stuff like this and that. That's how it is. That's how football's gone since Premier League, bruv. And it's been a slow downward spiral since the Premier League was formed. And then Sky Sports, BT Sport all got involved, changing it from European Cup to Champions League, UEFA Cup to Europa League. It's not about the fan anymore. It's not about us anymore. It's about them making as much as they can, which, listen, I don't disagree with certain parts of it. We don't get top players like 90 million pound players and 70 million players without that. I get that. But at the same time, they've kind of gone away from what football was about, and it was about the fans.
Yeah.
You know, now it's just about, well, let's just fleece the fans. Bro, I said this to you the other week. If you go on Arsenal's website, on their store, they must have about 40 different T-shirts, bruv.
Yeah. I can imagine.
You know, I just don't get it. My missus bought me half of them for Christmas. But, you know, I said to her, you must have shares in the club or something, innit? Yeah, but yeah, like, seriously, the amount of merchandise. And, bruv, they sell a pair of trainers, right, with an Arsenal badge on them. 160 quid. You know them long jackets that Wenger used to wear?
Yeah.
Bruv, that's 220 quid for that.
What?
200, bruv. If you want that coat and you want the trainers, you're busting out £400.
Yeah, sod that.
Yeah, that's a rip-off, mate. But the thing is, they know that people will pay it. And then if you want it shipped abroad, you're going to pay extra money. Then in certain places like Canada, I think it is, you have to pay a tax to get it into the country. Yeah. Before you know it, you've done 600 quid on 2 items. But Arsenal love all of that, bruv. And that's what it's about. You know, Man United's the same. Man United playing Odi and Ighalo because he used to play for Watford is just a fuckery, bruv. I'm sorry, that's just a joke.
You done the same thing with Twanzebe though against Villa. I think we played a game against Villa and he made him captain or something like that, if I remember correctly. I think last year or something. I feel like it was Villa or one of the teams he used to play for, like, because he went to Villa on loan, innit? And that's what Oli does, bro. Like, you see that kind of bullshit? That's why he'll never be a top manager. Because he's got no arsehole, mate.
Bruv, we did it with Walcott. When it was his birthday, we made him captain. Like, come on, you're not 6, bruv. You're not at school. It's not a big thing that it's your birthday. Oh, here you go. You can be captain for the day. Like, come on, man. And this has been coming for a long time with our clubs, bruv. And I know you're doing all right in the league this season, yeah? Right, but I watched your game the other night. Bruv, what was he doing, man? Like, and McTominay on for that long was just a joke. You know, as soon as he moved Pogba a bit further up, all of a sudden Pogba starts playing. Like, come on, it ain't rocket science, man.
It happens every game, though.
Yeah. Bro, it happened. What game was it when he scored? Was it West Ham? And he scored that pinger. First half, he was dead. Yeah. And I was watching it with the father-in-law and that. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I said, look at the state of United, man. I said, just look at their midfield. You know, Man City were playing with fucking Mahrez up front. Do you know what I mean? I think they put Sterling on the right instead of the left, where he's least effective.
Yeah.
Bro, I just don't understand, man. And the thing is, these managers they're in charge of massive football clubs, some of the biggest clubs in the world, yeah. And the decisions they make are just laughable. It's like playground stuff. It's like, you know, why does McTominay start for your team every week? right? And when you're going up, it's mad. Like, I think he's not a bad player, yeah.
He's not a starting Manchester United player.
Exactly. He is your come off the bench, like 20 minutes to go, shut up shop time type of guy in a big game. Yeah, that's your guy. Yeah. You know, I just don't understand, man. Like and then you bring Van der Beek on with 8 minutes to go. Like, what the fuck's he gonna do in 8 minutes?
When we're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
What's the point?
He should have come on at half time. Take McTominay off. Martial dropped a stinker. Again, I don't necessarily blame him, but he's got to do better. He should have probably come off, a lot earlier. I don't think he even got subbed, did he? I think he stayed on.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, he should have come off. Greenwood should have been on a lot earlier, man. And I just find it mad. Like, it looked like that particular game. It just looked like you just go through the motions. Like
that's exactly what it was. I feel like he didn't even want to make a substitution. Yeah. He just made one. 75 minutes it took him to make the substitution. I feel like he just did it because he thought, oh, fuck it. He had 5 to make. 5 to make, and the geezer waited to the 75th minute to make the first one.
Mad. And you're 2-0 down, and he decides, oh, let's bring Greenwood on. Let's bring Van der Beek on with 8 to go. Like they're going to make any difference. He should have been doing that worst ways at 60 minutes. Yeah, 65 minutes maybe, but give them like 20, 30-minute run out or whatever, 25s, yeah, and then stoppage time. But, bruv, do you know what? That game, to me, it just looked like it was, as soon as you went 1-0 down, oh, well, let's not go gung-ho and get hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than let's actually fucking throw everything at it and have a real good go. And if we get battered, at least we've gone down fighting, which is the United way. If you lose, you make sure you lose and you've thrown everything at it. Bruv, that ain't United anymore. Yeah, United now, you go 1-0 down to City. Damage limitation.
Yeah, we're a reflection of the manager now. Do you know what I mean? Coward team, innit? And that's just what it is, bro. Unfortunately. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be a long season for us. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna go top when we beat Burnley. But can we sustain this for the length of the season? Bro, like judging by the results that our team have put in when it mattered, absolutely not. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we're going to be, when the season finishes, we're going to be fighting for top 4.
You think that low? You think you'll drop down?
Yeah. We'll be fighting for top 4. Honestly, because Man City and Liverpool will finish above us. I know that for sure. Do you know what I mean? And then it matters what Tottenham do.
Yeah, City and Liverpool, 100%. You're right with that. You're right.
So we're fighting for top 4 because it's 3rd or 4th we're going for. Do you know what I mean? And then it depends on if Chelsea sat their manager and bring in a decent manager, they can definitely turn this season around because they've got good players. Do you know what I mean? And Tottenham are going to be there or thereabouts because they've got Jose.
Yeah. The only thing with Tottenham, I think, like if Kane or Son get injured for a same period of time, they're fucked. Yeah, because they are heavily reliant on them too. And them two are levels above anyone in their team. Yeah, they're so good, man. Like I watched them the other night against Brentford. They even though Kane didn't have a great game, he still could have bagged a hat-trick, bruv. It's mad. And Son's goal was fucking brilliant. The movement, as soon as you see it going to Kane, he just run, bro. I was like, first touch, second touch, and you knew he was going to score. If that was one of our players, they'd probably shank it wide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, mate, I just look at United and I think that you've got a defence there that I don't understand why Harry Maguire's undroppable. I watched that goal that you conceded, the first one.
He's the captain. That's why. Like Solskjaer made his bed by giving him the armband, and this is why I say Harry Maguire is the reflection of the club and the state of the club right now, bro. He's the captain. He's up. He's one of our worst players.
Yeah,
and he's the captain. And you can't drop
the other night was a shambles because he could see it all the way. And he went and then just stopped for a split second. Luke Shaw did the same just behind him. Bang, 1-0. If he had carried on, he might have cleared that. And if he hadn't carried on and Luke Shaw had carried on, he would have cleared it. Yeah, and it's like, this happens time and time again. The one thing I'll say though, yeah, is when he plays next to Lindelof, he looks worse, bruv. Yeah, them two cannot play together. And if you put Eric Bailly back in that team, instantly you look better every time. If
the manager took him out. Yeah, he should have started Bailly in that game and he didn't. So again, it's on the manager's head, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. I'm tired. This reminds me when Rooney was here under LVG and Rooney's legs were gone and Van Gaal was still trying to play Rooney centre mid. And Van Gaal was like, "Oh, Rooney's the captain. My captain always plays," and that. And Rooney was playing shit, and he just wouldn't drop him. You know what I mean? And this is exactly how I'm feeling about Harry Maguire, bro. Like, he shouldn't be in the team. Like,
Mate,
based on level of performances, he shouldn't be in the team. But
nah,
he's there
100%.
because he's the captain.
Yeah, but that again, another sentiment thing. And not only is it's not just sentiment, it's if he drops him, he's admitting that he's fucked up.
Exactly,
Yeah?
and he's not going to do that.
Same with Arteta. He's given Aubameyang the captain's armband. He's been dropping stinker after stinker, still plays because he's the captain. Just because you're captain don't mean you're undroppable.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're hindering the team and you're a passenger in most games, then you should be dropped. Just because you've got an armband on you don't make you any better, bruv. You're still a player. You're still part of the team, you know? But these managers ain't got it, bruv. That's what they can't make them decisions because it's vibes. Vibes FC. It's, oh, let me keep him happy. Let me keep him happy. And it's always the dead players that don't get dropped, in it, or the ones that have put in.
Well, that's why Solskjaer's doing all right now, because he's keeping the majority of the squad happy. He's literally getting by on just that. Nothing tactical. You know what I'm saying? Like, no rocket science, bro. Just keeping everyone happy. But that can only last for so long. That's why when we come up against the good tacticians, and we come up in the crunch games, we always fall up short, bro, because happiness ain't enough to get you past Man City in the semi-finals. 4 semi-finals in a row, man have failed to win, bro.
I see a good tweet the other day, bro. Yeah,
like, look what Berbatov said. And Berbatov, you know what? Berbatov's been on to Ollie for a minute. And he said, bro,
proper footballer, bro.
Yeah, he said 4 in a row. Do you know what I mean? This is a bad habit that they need to break, but 4 times in a row is too many to just be a coincidence.
Oof, shots. Bro, I'd see a good tweet, Somebody put a picture of Ollie out smiling like he's in an interview, and said 4 semis in a row, that's 2 finals, right? Bro, that tweet went mad. Like, he must have had about 40,000 likes and retweet. It was mad.
That's amazing.
But yeah, like I watched his interview after the game, and bruv, he is not a Man United manager, bruv. Like, I know a lot of Man United fans didn't like Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho had the credentials to be the Man United manager from what he's won, and he had the arrogance to be the manager, and he still won you a couple of trophies, albeit he didn't win you the league, but he still won trophies. This guy's never going to win you a trophy, bruv. It's mad. And even Louis van Gaal, bruv, again, had the credentials to be a Man United manager, had the career in football that says, yo, you were top drawer, albeit it didn't work out amazingly well. I still think he done all right for you lot. And, you know, David Moyes and this guy, they were never United managers, bruv. And the longer you keep this guy, you're going to continue with this. You've got that Pochettino-itis, you know, fucking semi-final flu, bruv. Like, it's just mad. And until you break that, which is hard to do because it's now a mental block, you now go into another semi-final whenever that may be, and it's, oh, fuck, we've lost 4 in a row. That now plays mentally in your head, you know, which is why when Jose got through to that final the other day, I said to the father-in-law, I said, they're going to fucking win that. I said, because now they've overcome that semi-final losses, because he's got them over that hurdle. You know, I know they had an easier draw, but they still knocked Chelsea out on the way. You know, people are forgetting that. Just because they beat Brentford, well done to Brentford for getting that far. Fair play, man. They knocked Chelsea out, bruv. And that was at the beginning when Chelsea were playing all right. So, I think he'll win it. And I think that he's got something about that where he can get over the mental block. He's done it at Chelsea when he won the league after 50-odd years. I'm still convinced they've got a fucking chance to win the title, bro. I think it's 60 years this year that they ain't won a league. Can you imagine the fucking hero status he gets if he wins it?
That's mad, isn't it?
Bro, if he did it at Chelsea, first full season. 55-year wait. Like, and I'm still, if he keeps Kane and Son fit, I think they can win it, bro. I really do. Because nobody's walking away with it yet. And, you know, they've got some big games coming up. They've got a lot of big teams coming up, but they've still got some proper shit teams before that.
I don't think that Tottenham have a chance to win the league.
I think the problem they have is what we said earlier. If Kane or Son go on a drought or get injured, they're fucked.
Exactly. I honestly think that they don't have enough about them. They don't have enough about them, bro. Do you know what I mean? Even when I look at Liverpool right now, Salah and Mane aren't firing and they're struggling. That's the real reason why they're struggling, you know. Like, it's got nothing to do with any of the injuries to Van Dijk or nothing. Their strikers are not firing.
Yeah, Salah's dropping stinkers after
Yeah,
stinkers.
and they're so reliant on them that now they're not firing. They're in trouble, bro. That's all it is. When I look at Man City, yeah, Man City are playing with no striker, peppered us and peppered Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So at least they found a plan B. Liverpool ain't found one yet.
Yeah,
and they need to. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Tottenham have a plan B. That's why I think City are the most equipped.
I think if City win their two, I think City have got 2 games in hand, didn't they? I think they go 1 point off top or top, something like that. Obviously, you've got a game in hand as well. Is that the Ollie out emoji?
Yeah, that's my Ollie out emoji.
Man's spamming it. It's got the hands up, Ollie out.
Trust me. Big up the Twitch gang. You man already know, bruv. Ollie out emotes in the chat always.
But no, I think Tottenham's squad's kind of deep. I think they have got a good squad, but listen, there ain't another Harry Kane anywhere near that squad, bruv. Like, if he gets injured, he's their man pulling the strings. Son is world class, bruv. That geezer is fucking brilliant. Yeah, but again, he don't tend to get injured. Son, like, he's very consistent. Yeah, but if he goes on a drought or they lose 3 or 4 in a row, they're fucked then. Because then they'll be too far behind, because the likes of you, City and Liverpool will grind results out here and there. With you, you've got enough players in your squad that can win you a game. Yeah. They've only got 2. But them 2 are lit. Let's be real. They are quality, yeah? But if one of them or either of them stop firing, then they're done for. Man City ain't even playing Aguero, bruv, and they've got 2 games in hand that can go top.
Mad, isn't it?
It's fucked, bruv. When I see him start with De Bruyne up front the other night, and I see him start with Mahrez the other night, I'm like, Mahrez up front. I love Mahrez, you know that, bruv, yeah? But I'm just like, boy, Mahrez ain't a striker. Like, Pep's moving mad, bruv.
And Pep can do whatever he wants, bro, because
they're playing with 6
Pep Guardiola, and he's got these men playing a fluid football system, so it works. And that's why I think that's why I predicted them to win the league at the start of the season, and that's why I still have them down as favourites.
Yeah, they've kind of gone under the radar a little bit because they had such a poor start, and they had a lot of injuries as well. But I think the big thing for them is the fact that they've all been together for a very long time, that squad, and they all know where they're going to be. It doesn't matter whether De Bruyne's up front, doesn't matter whether Mahrez is up front. They know how to play football. They know where they're going to be. Whereas with you, I think that like Bruno Fernandes the other night, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, boy, I see why you slander that guy. There, because he was fucking shit, bruv. Yeah, absolutely dog shit, taking shots from 40 yards. I mean, like, come on, mate, you're not Ronaldo. Like, seriously. Like, it's not, though, is it? Let's be real. He's ballooning them out the stadium, bruv. And I'm like, come on, man. But the thing is, like, you have got match winners in your team. There's probably as many match winners as Man City.
We've got match winners.
The difference is you ain't got that fluidity in your team that Man City have got. Man City can turn it on just like that against Chelsea the other day, bruv, and go and batter them. You know, you stunk out the fucking 0-0 draw at Old Trafford. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the levels, bruv. Yeah, Man City know what they're doing, whether De Bruyne's playing or not, whether Aguero's playing or not. And they still ain't even got Laporte back in that team, bruv. It's mad. That Diaz is a fucking bad boy centre-back, bruv. Proper centre-back. And he's been the difference for them. Like, and now they've gone on this mad little winning run. Yeah, they are red-hot favourites, I'd say, because Liverpool are flapping, and if Salah don't score or Mane don't score, they tend to struggle, bruv. And they've been on a madness. I watched them against West Brom. Mane should have had 6 goals in that game. That ain't even a joke. Yeah, man was missing sitter after sitter. So it's mad. It's mad, bruv.
100%. You see the quotes from Wilfred Zaha, bruv, about Arsenal,
bruv. I don't. If it was me, and I've said this from day one with Zaha, yeah, I don't particularly rate him. I think he's a good footballer, but I understand why the club brought Pepe, because Pepe is a little bit younger and he was going to be the future of the club. But having said that, I also said this at the time when Emery came out and said that he wanted Zaha and they gave me Pepe. He said, I wanted Zaha because he's ready now, not next year. Yeah, and for Zaha to come out and say Emery wanted me, I wanted to go there, and they chose Pepe. There you go. People want to sit there and tell me that Unai Emery left us a mess. He didn't leave fuck all, bruv. He didn't leave no mess. The club left a mess.
Yeah.
If he had got Zaha, we probably would have got top 4. Yeah, and I don't even particularly rate him. He's a fucking good player on his day, yeah. But for me, he goes missing too often. And I think I understand why we brought Pepe, but at the end of the day, you brought a guy in from the French league that's come with big price tag. You could have gone and got Zaha with big price tag as well, but he knows the league.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a risk. Zaha's not a risk if you bring him in. The Pepe thing was a very, very big risk that has not paid. It hasn't paid.
And do you know what's funny, right? Is the fact that Unai Emery came out and said that he wanted, I think it was Thomas Partey, Zaha, and Harry Maguire, and Fabinho. Well, Fabinho went Liverpool. Arteta's got Partey. Harry Maguire went to you lot. We wouldn't have paid 80 anyway. And then obviously
paid that, but you probably wouldn't have had to pay it because when you wanted him, he would have probably been cheaper.
Yeah, we probably would have got him for around 55, 60.
Probably not even that.
And the thing is as well, right? That season we finished 1 point off 4th, 2 off 3rd. If we had Zaha, then we might have got in that top 4. You know, there's a guy in your chat that says Ziyech was 36 mil. Bro, we got offered Ziyech as well. The club said no. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you look at some of these players that Unai Emery wanted, and you think, well, Unai Emery had a vision. Unai Emery knew what he wanted to do, and the club failed him. Yeah, he didn't do great towards the end of his tenure, but Unai Emery's a fucking miles better manager than Arteta. Yeah, I don't even care, bruv. The geezer couldn't even speak English, and he still finished 2 points off 3rd in Europa League final. They were actively taking the piss out of him in training. Yeah, laughing at him in training, ignoring him in training, and he still got them 2 points off 3rd. And the reason he done that is because tactically he could change a game. Yeah, he would make a substitute at half time if he realized he'd fucked up. Yeah, whereas this manager, very much like yours, will sit there until 75 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's arrogant and he thinks that, no, it's going to work because I know it's going to work because I'm Mikel Arteta. Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it don't work and it gets to 75 minutes, it's then panic stations for 15 minutes. And then you either concede another goal or you just fucking have a go and fizzle out. Yeah, and lose the game through not really doing anything till 15 minutes at the end. And that's what pisses me off. If I had known that Arteta was coming in, bruv, I would have kept Emery. Would have kept him. And if you had given him Gabriel and Thomas Partey, boy, trust me, we'd be in a title race right now.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. But I don't know, with me, yeah, it's a weird one because, yeah, I'm probably the same as you. I wanted Jose out, but if man told me that we were getting Solskjaer instead, I would have kept him. You know the one that's how mad it is. And I really, really wanted, Mourinho out. Really wanted him out. But when I look at the football that we're playing under Oli, it's the same.
Yeah, it's no different.
It's no different. I can't see no difference in the football we're playing. It's just less organized.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you had got to a semi-final against Man City with Jose, bruv, chances are you'd be in the final now.
Yeah, it would have been a different game.
Would have found a way to fucking stink it and shit house his way to the final, bruv. Yeah, and nobody cares. At the end of the day, if you park the bus and play anti-football and you end up winning the trophy, does anyone give a fuck? No. You've won the trophy, bruv. Nobody cares. In 20 years' time, you ain't going to say, oh, yeah, but he bored his way to the trophy. Who cares?
Absolutely, because Oli came out before the game and was like, yeah, we had plenty of time to prepare for this game. It didn't look like it when you watched the game. Do you know what I mean? One thing Jose would have done is he would have done his homework.
Bro, that All or Nothing program, yeah, on Amazon, the Tottenham one, yeah. There's a clip on that, and I'll always remember this, yeah, right? And it was showing a game where you lot played Tottenham, and Jose's got the whole team sat in the dressing room, and he's got a clip of Pogba. Yeah, no, he didn't have a clip of Pogba. He had the still footage on the TV, and he said, I can imagine in the game that Pogba will get the ball on the right side and he'll ping a 60-yard diagonal to Rashford running in. Bruv, go and watch the game back. He did it and Rashford scored. Yeah, and it was like, how the fuck does Jose know that Pogba's going to do that? Yeah,
because he knows his players.
Yeah, exactly. He knows the game, and he knows that when he's studying the opposition, yeah, he knows exactly to the fucking T what they're going to do. And that is why when he goes away to Anfield and nearly gets a draw, made a bullet header in stoppage time from Firmino. But if he had got a draw in that, that's what he's been doing his whole career in this league, bruv. Get a draw against the best team in the league, beat them at home. Yeah, now you're in a title race. And he does it time and time again. And people say it's anti-football, it's boring, it's negative. Do you think if Tottenham win the league this season, they're going to give 2 fucks whether they've been bored shitless all season? Because they've won a league for the first time in 60 years.
Yeah, they're not going to care, bro. Like, honestly, like all the Tottenham fans I know, do you know what I'm saying? Like my uncle, like my mum and that, they even said, like, my mum hates watching Tottenham now. She said that it's the worst football that she's ever watched them play. Yeah, but she's like, boom, like if they win the cup, cool, but then he can go after. Because they're not enjoying watching the football, but just
bro,
deliver the trophy.
But this is the thing, yeah. He hasn't got all of the players he wants in that team, right? He's only had one proper window really. The summer.
He signed like 7 men.
Yeah, but you know what? The prices he paid, bruv, it was cheap. He spent less than us, but he went out there and went, yo, Højbjerg 15, Doherty 15. Yeah, we'll have you for 10 million. We'll buy you for 6 million. You know, we were out there buying out fucking Thomas Partey's buyout clause, bro, for 45s when we could have gone and got James, fucking Decore and Allen for 20 million more. You know, and that's the sort of business that Jose would have done. He would have gone out there and brought 3 players for the price we've paid for 1, but he would have plugged 3 spots that needed plugging, which is what he's done. And I think that if he, I don't think he will win it this season, but I'll tell you something, right? If they get to the summer and he goes and gets rid of a couple more players and goes and gets another 3 or 4 in, they'll win it next season. Yeah, because he will go and get player. He'll realize how far away he was and why he was that far away and what he needs to change to go and win it. Because I don't think that when he took over that team that they were that great. Yeah, they had Kane, they had Son. He brought Bergwijn in. Yeah, he's had a couple of injuries, but he's a good little footballer. He is. And they've already got Lucas Moura who can change games. Bringing Gareth Bale in, well, that ain't really worked so far.
That's some joke thing, bruv. Honestly, I think with Tottenham, if they don't win nothing this season, they're finished. Because I don't see the players buying into that style of football for another season if they don't win anything this season. I can't see it, bro, because they don't look happy.
I disagree, bruv. Because do you know why? Because they're going to be close.
Yeah, but close almost doesn't count, bro, because this will be the season and a half. Remember, because he came in midway through last season.
Yeah, December. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So he'll be going into his 3rd year in that season. Do you know what I mean? In his 2nd season, Jose normally wins something. If he doesn't win something,
do you not think that if they finish, like, say, 6 points, 8 points away from the top, yeah? Do you not think that them players will sit there and go, right, if we go shopping in the summer and go and get 3 or 4 more, we can now win it? Do you not reckon he could keep them on side for that?
No, because I think that everyone knows, yeah, that a freak accident like the Van Dijk thing's not going to happen again. It was also the COVID season. This season is an anomaly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
Van Dijk's a massive miss.
When the season goes back to normal, Man City are going to be back to spending big money, and then they get fucking Messi in the summer, yeah? Tottenham ain't going to be nowhere near them.
From Messi, do you reckon he's coming?
Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah,
bro.
I think he's coming as well. I think
they're getting Messi, bro. Why else would Pep sign that long deal, bro? They've promised him money, bro. Or
maybe £20 million a year helps, bro.
Yeah, they promised him Messi, bro. They promised him Messi.
If they get Messi in that team, boy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man are saying that they're looking at Haaland to replace Aguero. There's rumors of Jack Grealish. There's rumors of Messi. They're not playing games, bro. I think in the summer they're gonna spend peas.
Can you imagine that though? If they go and get Messi and they get Haaland and Grealish and keep De Bruyne. Fucking hell, bro. That's mad. Yeah, that'd be game over.
They'll win everything in Europe, bro. They'll clean everything.
Do you think Messi would do well? Do you think he'd smash it in this league?
Absolutely. Only at Man City though. You don't think the style of football they play, yeah, with the fluid football they played. Imagine if they had Messi in that team, yeah, against us, the way they were moving that ball. Oh, bro. Yeah, we would have got 6 or 7.
And just pinging them top bins.
We'll get killed.
I reckon he'd smash it. I really do. Even at that age, yeah, 34, I think he'll be. I think he'll absolutely hammer it. He'll probably be top scorer, bruv. Yeah, especially at City. Yeah, I think he'd do well at Liverpool as well. Imagine if you took Salah out and put Messi on that right side, or put Messi just floating around the front. There's like the false 9, but he can go anywhere he wants. Yeah, I think at them 2 teams especially, I think he'd absolutely hammer goals in for fun, because this league defensively is fucking shocking. Defenders can't defend in this league, bruv. There's only a handful at best that can actually defend properly. Yeah, most of them play for the top 2 teams. Like, the rest are pretty bang average, aren't they? And like the standard of football in this league, shit, bruv. The crossing shit, the defending shit, the passing is embarrassing at times.
You know what it is in this league? It's just the intensity in this league. Because it's so physical and high paced, yeah. Like a lot of people, that's why it's the most entertaining league in the world.
That's why I like Grealish though, bruv, because Grealish always seems to have time. Same with De Bruyne. They've always got time, even when it's 100 miles an hour. They just always know how to find space and have time on the ball to pick the passes. I was watching De Bruyne the other night, bruv. The amount of times he ran off the back of Lindelof was embarrassing for Lindelof. He didn't even know he was there. Like, just literally ghosting past him. They could have put a couple of balls in for him. He would have scored twice. Yeah, and it was just like, well, how do you not know your man's there? You've got one job, bruv. Mark that fucking... And I said this the other day, yeah? Like, why is man marking gone out of this game? Like, what's happened to man marking? It's
the systems now, so it just doesn't happen.
It's pathetic, though. If I'm a manager, yeah, and I'm coming up against Kevin De Bruyne, I'm saying if that guy goes for a shit, go and wipe his ass, bruv. Do not let that keeper do anything. Because at 1 minute he's on the right, then he's on the left, then he's up front, then he's at centre-back, then he's in the... Yeah, well, you've got to keep handing that man over to next man, innit? Like, yeah, just follow the geezer. One of you, just follow him.
Communication has to be rapid, and also it gives people a reason to be cowards and give it to someone else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's what we've got at our club. Harry Maguire will pass it on to Luke Shaw because he don't want to take the responsibility of attacking the ball that comes into the box. Everyone's looking at someone else like, oh, I thought you had it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All these cowards were flipping eyed.
And that's
Take
the thing.
your man. Pick your man. As far as I'm concerned, if there's a set
100%.
piece, the biggest man, the most dangerous man, there should be someone on him.
Yeah.
I saw at one instance, I saw Fred marking Virgil van Dijk, bro.
Bro, we have it all the time. We conceded a goal last season in the North London derby. Fucking Hector Bellerin's marking Alderweireld, bruv. Like, what's that all about? Yeah, then we come up against Liverpool. He's marking Van Dijk. It's like Van Dijk is a giant, bruv. I've been 6 fucking rows away from Van Dijk at a game, bruv, yeah? The geezer is a brick wall. He is fucking, you can tell he's solid, bruv. You run into him, it's going to hurt. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we got Bellerin, the weakest player in our team, marking him. Like, come on, man. But you're right. It's weak. It's cowardly, bruv, yeah? And against players like that, you got a man mark. You get your best midfielder on that geezer and you say, I don't care if you're out of position 80% of this game. You follow him because he is the danger man. And if we stop him, we win the game. Yeah, but they don't. And you know, all this zonal marking bullshit on corners as well. What a load of crap. Mark your man, not space. Right. It's pathetic. The game's gone, bruv. It's nowhere near as good as it used to be. Yeah, it's entertaining still, you know, and it's fast and it's quick and you see some bangers and good football in that. But, bruv, football ain't like it used to be. Yeah, it's all about the most physical guy, the best athlete, and systems. Yeah, and it's kind of sad, really, because it fucking takes a lot away from what we grew up watching football. You know, fucking, it's dead now, bruv. It's dead. But
that's it, bruv. Like someone said they saw Torreira marking Pogba at a set piece. Probably.
Yeah. 100%. Bruv, it's, if you watch Arsenal next time they're on TV, yeah, it's always the smallest guy marking their biggest centre-back or their biggest player. Every time. It's like, why the fuck are you putting a 5-foot midget on a 6'4" beast? Like, why are you doing that? Every time, bruv. Bruv, the goal that Tottenham scored, I'll never forget it. No, I'm lying. It wasn't Bellerin. It was Tierney. Kieran Tierney marking Alderweireld. And I'm like, Alderweireld's like, what, 6'4"?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
I'm taking a run and you're standing start. Yeah, and you got to try and jump while man's taking a run and jump. That's never going to happen, bruv. Yeah. It's fucked. It's absolutely mad. Who you got in the cup, bruv? Who you got this weekend?
Watford. We got Watford this weekend. We should beat them.
Is it Old Trafford?
Let me check. Yeah.
That should be win. That should be a win. A Ighalo hat-trick. He's leaving this month, isn't it?
He's leaving. Yeah, his thing. Yeah, January, I think his contract's up to.
That's mad. It doesn't seem like you've played him since Cavani's rocked up either.
You haven't played him since Cavani's rocked up. I don't even know why he's still at the club, bro. That was some joke thing.
When he came in, he did all right, innit? Bagged a couple of goals, looked lively, won you a couple of games.
He's a decent squad player, but bruv, like when we signed him, it raised a lot of eyebrows, innit? And then to then have him on 100K a week or something and not even playing him, again, it shows clubs are shambles, mate.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. 100 bags a week.
Who
What
have
a
you
lifestyle, bruv. Mad, isn't it? You don't even need to kick ball anymore, bruv. 100 bags a week.
Some joking. Well, who have you, man, got in the cup?
We've got Newcastle at the Emirates. That ain't going to be easy either.
It won't.
That won't be easy. But one thing I'll say is last time we played Newcastle at home was last December, and that was a league game. We fucking hammered them 4-0. And bruv, they didn't even cross halfway. I felt sorry for their fans that night. I did my watch along, and I was like, these man ain't even trying to get a goal. They're just trying to sit for 0-0. And it was 0-0 at half time. Yeah, and then we scored and they fell apart. We battered them 4-0 after that. But bro, their fans are crazy, bro. All these Geordies with their tops off, waving their tops. I fucking love it, bro.
They're up for it, bro. All
Bro,
time.
that was December. It was freezing, man. They've all got their tops off in the crowd, man. I was like, you man have come from Newcastle to North London to see your team not cross halfway. Yeah, and you're still jumping up and down laughing.
Top. Yeah, bro.
It's mad. Yeah, they're crazy, bruv. But yeah, we've got them at home in the league in a couple of games as well. We've got them at the weekend. Then we've got Palace in the league. Then we've got Newcastle again. So I think we'll win. We fucking better win. We're the holders. So
yeah, that'd be interesting to see what happens there.
But they've had a pretty decent season, I'd say. Like I wouldn't say they've ripped up any trees, but they've had some good results at times. I mean, getting a draw against Liverpool the other day.
Yeah, bruv. They're quietly just doing enough, innit?
So yeah, I think we'll win. It's not going to be an easy game, but it's mad because I think there's a game. I think Wolves are playing Palace tonight, and there's loads of games this weekend, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think they're playing Palace. I think there's about 28 games on BT Sport this weekend, bro. It's mad. It's ridiculous, like 20 odd games or something. But yeah, I think Wolves play tonight, bro. Yeah, I think they got Palace.
That'd be interesting. I might watch that then.
My father-in-law is a Wolves fan, bro. Yeah, so fucking when I was sat here the other day when they were playing Tottenham and that, yeah, he was that was funny, bro. He was jumping up and down when they equalised, didn't it? Yeah,
okay.
No, when Wolves scored, didn't it? Yeah, they scored right at the end, didn't it, against Tottenham? Yeah,
bro. Listen, it's always good seeing Tottenham do that because you see the thing is with Jose, yeah, he's so negative that you can always catch him late.
Yeah, mate, they've conceded loads in the last 5 minutes this season. They conceded fucking 3 against West Ham.
Oh shit, of course.
Yeah, then I think there was Liverpool stoppage time, Wolves stoppage time. If you think about it, if they had held on for these instead of conceding in stoppage time, bro, they'd be top of the league by a mile. It's mad. They'd be 6-7 points clear, bro.
Yeah, because they do tend to score early, don't they?
They score and then they just sit back. They're playing fucking a team called Marine, bro. Who the fuck are they?
Never heard of them.
Nah, I think they're non-league, innit?
Okay.
Yeah, man. There's some good games, man, this weekend.
I mean, my man saying Villa Liverpool tonight. That's going to be a good game.
Is that tonight as well? Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, there's some good ties, man. There's some really good ties. Burnley have got MK Dons, bruv. Little old MK Dons travelling up to that shithole in Burnley, bruv. Bruv, it's about time they get relegated. Real talk. I can't lie. I can't stand them, bruv. Like nothing against their fans or anything, but they're just some shit football club, isn't they? It's about time they get relegated, bruv. But yeah, 7:45 tonight. See, I can't even watch the Villa game because I'll be fucking watching the Wolves game. I'll have to watch that'll be the one that's on TV, bruv. And then
that's going to be interesting, bro. That's going to be very interesting. Some good football on this weekend. So, I mean, I'm back with my watch along tomorrow evening for our game. I mean, I might keep an eye on the game later as well. I mean, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, you're late kickoff tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, you're 8 p.m. tomorrow. We're 5:30.
Yeah, they're saying that Villa are gonna play the kids. Why are Villa playing their kids?
Their training ground's been fucking
quarantined off.
Yeah, so I think Liverpool are gonna hammer them, mate. Yeah, because I think they've got to go reserves, and the reason they can't call the game off is because they'd have to forfeit the tie apparently because they need these games played at this time. Yeah, because the amount of fixtures coming up. So it's not like a league game where they can call it off. Yeah, they have to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, Villa must be fuming, bruv, because I think they're fucked. It's Villa under 12s, man said. Yeah, Liverpool are going to batter them, bruv. Yeah, 10 positive tests, bruv. It's mad. But yeah, there's some pretty good games, man. There's games on Monday as well. West Ham are playing Stockport Monday.
All right. Well, then, yeah, that'd be interesting to see how this goes through. Do you know what I'm saying? It would be interesting, boy.
Have you seen what
we're not
they're
going to
doing?
expect a shock from Aston Villa then.
Have you seen what they're doing with the draw? After this set of games, this round, the draw that they do is going to be the draw for the next 2 rounds. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Well, when I see that the other day, I was like, why are they drawing it for the 4th and 5th round in the same draw? Like, it's mad. So we're going to know who our next 2 opponents are, or who we're potentially going to get in the next 2 rounds.
Okay.
So yeah, I suppose it gives you a little bit of incentive if if you're a non-league team and you get through. I don't know. Premier League teams, it don't really matter, I suppose, does it?
I hear you. It's true. No, that'll be yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
that'd
man.
be very interesting to see that, man. So yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend of football, guys. Do you know what I mean? So just stay tuned. There's gonna be loads of content. Lee's flipping. You got like what, 3 more shows today or something crazy? Like,
yeah, I've got a podcast coming up in an hour. Then I've got a members stream at 6:30, and then I've got a Newcastle preview at 9 p.m. And then tomorrow, watch along, and then I'll be doing player ratings and then post match as well. So yeah, plenty coming up tomorrow, man. Big day.
What I mean. So you lot keep an eye on that. Make sure you follow Lee's channel as well. You man already know what it is. The hyperlink in the description or in the title, as always. Do you know what I mean? Big up Lee Chappie. I see you, bro, as well. I'm gonna shout you.
Go on, Chappie.
I'm gonna shout you, bro. Now we'll definitely do something again soon, man. So yeah, big up everyone inside. Man's back tomorrow just for all the build up. Just for all the build up to the games. I think we kick off at, I want to say 8
o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
I want to say 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'll be here from 7 if we kick off at 8. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be here from 7, and then obviously Red Talk will be like 10:30 or something like that. So you man already know what it is, boy. The normal features. And yeah, I got the evening off. I got the evening off because I don't know. I was meant to have a 6 o'clock with Turkish. Can't make it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know his missus is expecting, in it. So yeah, it's a busy time for him right now. So
you don't want to do my preview for me, do you?
I'm good, bro. I hardly ever get days off, so I'm gonna absolutely love this. You know the one. So I'm gonna absolutely love this. So I'm just gonna chill tonight. You know, like that.
Yeah, man. Big. And the thing is, match days are always busy, innit? So, and it's not like 5 minutes graft, is it? You're doing a 3-hour show and then you're doing another show. You've done a show before that. It's like 5-6 hours straight, bro. You come off the eyes like squares. It's mad draining as well, isn't it? But listen, I ain't complaining.
That's what I mean. Big up everyone. My man saying, Pez stream and that. Yeah, I might do one, you know. Yeah, I might do one. I might as well. Because I play it every day anyway. I just don't go live. But yeah, I'll do one. So yeah. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll probably do that in about half an hour still. Because I was going to play a few games anyway. So you get me? I'll go live about 4:30 on Twitch. You get me? So big up everyone inside. Know what I mean? Make sure you smash the like button. We had over 1,500 here the whole time. Make sure you get them likes up. And yo, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow for all the match build up.
I'll tell